What is up, you guys? I don't really do royal videos anymore. Let me know, honestly, if you want me to continue. But I just wanted to talk about this. There was just a statement released from Buckingham Palace, and I'm just going to read it all out loud. It says, His Majesty has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles, and honors of Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. His lease on Royal Lodge has to date provided him with legal protection to continue in residence. Formal notice has now been served to surrender the lease, and he will move to alternative private accommodation. These censures are deemed necessary, notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him. Their Majesties wish to make it clear that their thoughts and utmost sympathies have been and will remain with the victims and survivors of any and all forms of abuse. End statement. It's been a long time coming, of course, but the thing about it, I think the only quote unquote delay of the whole thing after all of this time about, J.E., being in jail, coming out of jail, the mysterious unaliving that happened of him and all that kind of stuff, and Ghislaine and, Virginia and the books and the tell-all interviews. I think that the king and queen and even the previous queen, her late majesty the queen, Elizabeth, all of them had to wait on the surefire evidence. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of a he said, she said. Nothing had really gone to trial as far as I know with Andrew. But I think with Virginia's book coming out, there's more, they know more than they're letting us know, you know what I'm saying? So they had to wait until it was like, okay, yeah, we know, like we know for a fact, yeah, that is you on the tapes. And I'm just saying that hypothetically, where you cannot deny that this is the reality of the situation, even though he's been trying to deny it for so long. But yeah, now there is no person of Prince Andrew, even though he was, people have always said, oh well, he's the queen's that's the queen's son, he'll always be a prince, blah blah. Well, you can lose a dukedom, a princedom, whatever you want to call it, a title and title and honor and style. You can lose it because there was a time where even the imperial Japanese family was much larger than it was now. There was dukes, duchesses, countesses, blah blah blah, and that's how royalty has always been. But there was an emperor, I believe it's the grandfather of the current emperor or great grandfather, if I'm not mistaken. He basically felt like the Japanese monarchy was way too large and shrunk it down. And of course, we know about King George the Fifth, I think, who also shrunk down the monarchy at one point. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So, because the thing about it is back in the day, like there was a time where people were faking titles. People would fake I know in France people were faking titles or trying to buy their way into getting a title because that's how you could go and live at Versailles with the king, but yeah, so now there is no Prince Andrew, there is just Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and now we have seen that the hammer can be dropped. We have seen that the king and queen, well, King Charles can remove whatever he wants to remove whenever he wants to remove it, right? So this whole thing of, if Meghan and Harry become, prince, she'll be Princess Henry. No, she could be Meghan Mountbatten Windsor and Harry Mountbatten Windsor and Meghan Markle or whatever, because she has this whole thing of, oh, I didn't change my last name. Oh, I changed my last name. My last name is Sussex, which is not. But yeah, that's it, guys. I didn't want to ramble. I just wanted to come and bring the news and be short and sweet and to the point. And let me know what you guys think. And also, Fergie, I don't know why. I personally don't know why an ex-wife or an ex of the royals who had a title by marriage would still have the title after divorce. To me, that is so strange and gauche, because you could literally be so-called unmarried and stay with that person for the next 40 years and live in the same house as them, and you live in one room and he lives in the other room, and you're still the duchess of whatever. You're not no duchess. You're divorced from a duke, so why are you a duchess? You're not. So Fergie is, the person that Meghan Markle is actually copying with the things that she's been doing. And someone actually brought that out, and I was like, wow, that's actually kind of crazy. Like, everything Meghan is doing, it's because Fergie did it first, which is literally insane. But anyways, now they are just there. Fergie is Fergie. She's been Sarah Ferguson since the divorce. But she kept using the Duchess of York, but I'm only bringing her up because she changed her Instagram handle. She used to be the Duchess of York or whatever, and then changed it, which is just, to me, still so gauche. But now there is just no longer Prince Andrew. He is just Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and I'm hoping that Henry Mountbatten Windsor and Meghan Mountbatten Windsor, or Meghan Markle, just become Meghan Markle and Harry Mountbatten Windsor, because I'm tired of them too. But anyways, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.